He came to the icy land of the Arctic. Every day the first thing he did after waking up was come here to shovel snow. He would not stop until the black soil underneath was revealed. He would not even let go of a tiny white stone. And the reason for doing this was just to make the black look even more obvious here, because this was a huge SOS rescue sign. He had already been trapped in the Arctic for 3 years. The man repeated 3 things every day. The second thing was to come to the trap, to see today's harvest, because there was no bait. It was normal not to catch fish, but just then, another trap made a loud crash. He hurried and ran over, slowly pulling up the line. It was a salmon unique to the Arctic, but after catching the prey there was no joy on his face. He had already eaten this food for 3 whole years, because there was no source of fire. He could only eat raw salmon sashimi every time. Out there this might be an expensive delicacy, but to the man, it was like chewing wax. After replenishing his strength, the alarm clock beside him rang at this time. It was reminding him to go do the third thing, which was to take the radio outside to search for a signal. And every time he had to change locations, because of geomagnetic interference. The range he could search was extremely limited. Perhaps only when the signal source came to him, the green light on the machine would turn on. This was the man's daily life. But besides facing the harsh Arctic environment, he also had to be on guard against the animals here. The next day he came to the trap like usual, but found the food box seemed to have been destroyed by something. The fish inside had also disappeared. The next second he saw a huge footprint nearby. It was a polar bear's. He quickly ran back to the plane. In such a season of food shortage, it was not impossible for a polar bear to target humans. But after waiting a long time he did not see its figure. The man thought that guy must have eaten and left, so he decided to go out again to search for a signal. But he unexpectedly found the polar bear wandering not far away. It might have been waiting to attack when its prey lowered its guard. So for now the man was temporarily safe. Then he went to another hill and continued shaking the radio. But just then a huge storm was approaching from not far away. Soon the wind began howling. The man had no choice but to give up and leave. But right at that moment, the green light suddenly blinked once. Although it was just a moment, even with the slightest chance, he had to try to seize it. Sure enough, with his constant shaking, the green light lit up again. Then he looked around searching for the signal source. The next second a helicopter appeared in sight. When the man saw it, he quickly pulled out the smokestick he had prepared to call for rescue. Luckily this was the white Arctic, so the smoke became even more visible. They quickly spotted him. Seeing the plane turning around and flying toward him, he was overjoyed. It was the first time in 3 years he smiled. However, just when the man thought he was saved, fate played another joke on him. Because of the storm just now, the helicopter could not move forward at all. Then it began to shake violently, and then lost control, flying the opposite direction. The man thought they decided not to save him, but the next second, it crashed straight into the ground. The man never expected that after finally having a chance to escape, such an accident would happen. But now was not the time for sadness.